Today we are going to go back inside the fitting room at none other than Target. I feel like Target used to be like a core personality trait for me. It was like my favorite place to go in the entire world. I filmed a going inside the fitting room video at Target in probably 2018, and then I filmed a video with my friend Sierra inside the fitting room at Target in like 2019, and I don't know, lately I just haven't been seeing Target hit as much as it used to. I've actually been seeing some TikToks about this recently as well, about like, is Target declining? Like, are they falling off? What is going on with Target? Like, why isn't Target as spectacular as it used to be? So I thought we would go inside the fitting room and check it out together. I do know that Target has a pretty decent size range in store available. They obviously have a ton of brands, but I know Wild Fable goes up to like a size 3X. They have Universal Standard, which is really inclusive in sizing. They also have a couple of, I'm pretty sure, like exclusive plus size lines at Target. So I think we're just gonna like pop all around, see what I can grab, see what's available in my size, and see if Target still has it. Like, does Target still have that spark? Or maybe is Target in their flop era? I don't know. We're gonna find out together. I'm a little nervous about this because I tried to film a fitting room video a few days ago and that did not go well. I definitely will talk about that more on my vlog channel, so make sure you check that out. It's linked in the description box below. But I went into a store where they didn't carry my size and it was not a good time. It's also LA and it's the holiday season, so I don't know what kind of inventory we're gonna be working with, but we're gonna check it out together. So let's head to Target and see if they've still got it. Let's go.
When I was walking into the store, I realized that I don't think I have either bought clothes from a Target store, like specifically, or gone inside a fitting room in a Target since at least pre-pandemic. But the location that I went to actually did have like a pretty decent sized clothing section. A lot of it was Wild Fable. This outfit I just found so funny that I was like, I need to pick it out and try it on. I also found some really cute corduroy pants that I grabbed a pair of, and I browsed around at the jeans to sort of see like what the sizing availability was, and it was really picked through, but there was like a range of sizes. I guess there just wasn't a lot of options per size, if that makes sense. So there were at least a couple of jeans options available if you were plus size, but I don't know, the more I was looking around at like a lot of this stuff, it just felt very young, and I used to be obsessed with Wild Fable. Like, I loved it so much, it was a part of my brand, and I don't know if I'm just getting older, but then I went over to the women's section and I wasn't really vibing with a lot of that stuff either, so I feel like there needs to be a middle ground somewhere. Maybe I need to like design that. But there were a lot of really cute options, so I loaded up my cart and grabbed a few things. And then this was the Ava and Viv plus size section, but they did kind of have it lumped in the very back, like next to the fitting rooms where all of the clearance stuff was. So that was something worth noting, but it does say on this sign that they carry up to a size 30W online. So I grabbed all of my things and headed into the fitting room. The first thing I had to try on was this purple outfit. I was just like, what is going on with this? Like, it's kind of cute, but also, I don't know. I don't really know. We're gonna find out together, but I got the top in a size extra large, and the bottoms they only had in a double XL, which you will see in a minute, and they were relatively affordable as well. And then when I tried these on, I'm gonna try not to be too self-deprecating here, but this was absolutely tragic. You can see it in my face. I'm like, what in the absolute hell is going on here? Like, okay, this is just for jokes at this point, because respectfully, Target, what is this? I felt like I was spending the night at like my little cousin's house, and I had to wear something of hers so we could like run out to the grocery store to get something late at night. And yeah, I don't know if the pants were supposed to be worn low rise or if they were supposed to be high rise, but I cannot begin to tell you how this just did not fit me. The sleeves were too short, it was too cropped, the pants were way too small, and they were a size bigger than I would usually wear, and this outfit was my absolute worst nightmare. So okay, at least we can say we tried. Next, moving on, we have this really cute bodysuit. I love this sort of like muted eggplant color. This is by the Universal Thread brand. I got it in a size large. It was $12, and then I found these cute corduroy pants that were similar to another pair, but these were also by Universal Thread, and they were a size 14. They retailed for $36. I have heard that Universal Thread is a little bit more like women's sizing sizing, whereas Wild Fable is a little bit more like junior sizing. So the 14 was fine for me. It actually fit really nicely. I just wasn't sure how I felt about this. I definitely wore the wrong bra on the day that I filmed this because you can see the lace definitely right through the bodysuit, but it was cute. I was just kind of deciding on the pants. I really loved the corduroy material, very like velvety and cute. I just felt like I wished that they were a little bit longer and maybe just a little bit more high rise, but that's if I'm being picky, because I feel like if I don't point those things out, I'm not being honest, but I'm not trying to like, rip on them. I do think it's a really cute outfit. I didn't end up getting either of these, but I thought it was still cute, and I was kind of like trying to decide on the top. I was like, do I go home with this? But ultimately I decided, because I am such a sweaty gal, to go against it because I knew I would sweat right through this thing. And yeah, very cute. Loved the look from the back, very like 70s inspired, but ultimately just decided, nah, it wasn't for me. But next, speaking of kind of like 70s or even 60s inspired stuff, I found this really cute cardigan that's in this like chartreuse color. It's also by Universal Thread. I got it in a size XXL. It retailed for $35. That was the only size available. And then these jeans were a really cute wide leg pair of jeans from Universal Thread. They're a size 14. They also retailed for $36. And I thought, let's try them out. I love a good wide leg jean right now. Like, I'm gravitating much more towards that style. And these were really cute. The only thing that was giving me pause about these jeans was just the camel toe situation. Like, I just didn't feel like it was doing much for me in that department. And this sweater was cute. It just wasn't my style at all. Kind of just wanted to try it on, but adorable color, like such a cute style. I just personally don't really have much in my closet that I could see pairing with it, but like really thick, really good quality, and yeah, I just could not stop focusing on that situation. It just wasn't cute. I'm sure honestly what the problem was that I had the jeans pulled up a little bit too high, so maybe to sort of like remedy that, I could have sized up to a size 16. A 16 would have fit great. They would have been very like kind of loose and maybe much more like that sort of wide leg baggy style, but they fit great like everywhere else. They really were cute, and if the crotch hadn't looked like that, I definitely would have got them, but I decided to pass. The next outfit was pretty simple. It started with this little cropped tank top. I got it in a size XXL. It was $8. It was by Wild Fable, and then these Wild Fable corduroy sort of like cargo pants, and I thought they were so cute. There was elastic on the waist, and it was a great price. It was $28. I feel like that was very affordable, and I have a pair of pants similar to this, but I was like, hey, let's try these on, see what they look like, and they were a little disappointing, I'm not gonna lie. I do think that because of the way that the style is shifting right now, these were probably supposed to be more of like a mid-rise or a low-rise pant, but I'm sorry, I'm a millennial. I'm going to hike everything up as high as I possibly can. Again, the lace peeking through this tank top, like, no, I can't. But the crop was perfect. This is my perfect length for a crop top. Absolutely love it. Definitely went home with it. Such a good price. But yeah, these pants, I was just like, I wanted more. It wasn't giving what I wanted it to give. I tried to do the whole mid-rise, low-rise thing, and this just like, this is my biggest insecurity and my worst nightmare. I'm gonna be completely honest. It just wasn't doing much for me, but I loved the corduroy. Thought it was such a cute touch, and I did grab this pair of pants in another color, which I will show shortly, but yeah, ultimately decided against these. Next, I decided to have a little fun with it, because why not? And I found this really cute dress that had feathers on the front of it. It's by Wild Fable. It retailed for $35, and I got it in a size XL. And when I put this on, I was like, wait, I was kind of doing this not as a joke, but like, oh, maybe something holiday-ish, or for my birthday, or for New Year's. But then when I put it on, I was like, wait, I think I love this. Like, I actually think I'm obsessed with it. But I just kept going back and forth because this is not my ideal fit of anything, honestly. Not even just dresses, but just clothes in general. I don't really love like a whole bodycon thing. I'm not feeling the comfiest in my body right now, but I had to get this. I decided I was gonna get it, so spoiler, I did pick this up. I just thought it was so cute and fun for the holidays. I feel like it's long enough to where I could put some bike shorts underneath it for like chafing purposes, and I was like, yeah, yeah, I'm going home with this. Next up, for another casual look, I found this cute little like scoop neck, almost like heather brownish tan long sleeve top, and this retailed for $16. I got it in a double XL because that was all they had. A lot of these sizes I just picked up because it was what they had, so even if it wasn't my exact size, I just kind of grabbed it. And then I got the same corduroy pants that I tried on before, those tan ones, but in black, and I just thought that this would be like kind of a fun way to switch it up, and I liked this so much better, weirdly. I don't know if it was just the color or the shirt that I paired it with. There was some weird things happening in the fitting room next door to mine. We'll talk about it later when I get back to the car, but very strange. Anyways, I really did like the way this looked, and it just felt so much more casual than the other pair, and like much more, I don't know, skater in a way. And perfectly honestly, I just grabbed this shirt because it was just something to try on with it, but I actually really liked this combo together, and I felt like I could mix and match both of these pieces with other things in my closet, like they're good staples. So I really actually enjoyed the way this turned out, and these pants really pleasantly surprised me, so I decided to go home with them. They were long enough, which was great. I think I can deal with the rise, like especially with the black, I feel like it looks a little bit better. And I have a pair of dress pants that are similar to this sort of like wide leg, but I love the corduroy and the cargo nature of it, and I think it'll look really cute with a lot of different things in my closet, so I did decide to pick these up, and they're so cute. And lastly, I found this little sweater cropped tank top that I thought was really cute. I wouldn't probably normally wear it, but I was just trying things out. It's a size large, it retails for $20, it was from Wild Fable, and then I found this little skirt to go with it. It's kind of like a mineral washed denim skirt, and it had a little slit in the side that I thought was really cute. It's a size 16 and it retails for $18, and when I zipped it up I was like, I don't know, and then all of a sudden I was like, wait, I think I actually love this. Like, it turned out so cute. That's one of the reasons why I love making these fitting room videos, because I sometimes pair things together just so I can like get in the fitting room and try something on. You know, I just try to grab anything that's in my size, but sometimes I end up being really pleasantly surprised. And I actually liked the size 16 in this skirt because it was a little bit loose around the waist, and that's kind of how I prefer it, because I feel like if it's too tight around the waist, it'll just ride up like all day long. So I like that it's a bit looser, so it kind of like stays down throughout the day, if that makes sense. And I just loved the way this outfit turned out. I kind of felt like I was in like a late 90s, early 2000s movie, especially with the hair. So I was really pleasantly surprised. There were some hits and there were definitely some misses.
All right, we're back in the car. Overall, that was a pretty good experience. I would say there were some weird moments, for sure. Namely, the man that was in the women's fitting room next to me who was making very questionable noises. But anyways, I actually found some really cute stuff. I bought a couple of things, and I'm pleased overall. Would I say that it's exactly my style perfectly? No, probably not. But I do think that they offered some pretty cute stuff. I would say the majority of what they were offering was Wild Fable, which is a junior's line, so it's not necessarily for 30, almost 5-year-old women like myself. But I did find some cute stuff from there, and I'm sorry, you can't force me to grow up. I just like what I like, but it was harder for me to find stuff than it usually would be. As far as sizing availability goes, it was okay. It was definitely pretty picked through. That's fairly common for a big city, and I really feel for the fitting room attendant who profusely thanked me for hanging my stuff back up, like just on the go back rack. She was like, thank you so much for doing that. You would be surprised how many people, mainly all people, don't do that. And I was like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. But overall, I had a pretty good experience. I feel pretty good about it. There were definitely some fails, especially that first purple outfit. Oh my god, woof. I don't think it's a Target specific thing, but I do think right now where I'm at with my style and just my age and stuff, I'm like somewhere in between Wild Fable and Universal Thread. Like, I'm not really into the whole teeny bop glitter crop top thing of like Wild Fable, but I'm also not necessarily into the like peasant tops and like tunics of the women's section in the other offerings, so I don't know. I am happy with the things I got though, so let me know if you've been shopping at Target recently and what your experience has been like, and if you found any really cute stuff. If you want to see me do any other fitting room videos in 2023, leave your suggestions down below. Maybe we'll have to kind of walk it back into years past and go back into like Walmart and stores that I've covered before but that I haven't been into in a few years. That might be fun. But thanks so much for being here, for supporting me, and I will see you very soon for my next video. Bye!